education,
higher education, post-secondary education. And this year we're lifting up African Americans who made a difference in higher education, and they're giving back to the community. And Dr. Claire Adams, who is Morgan, who's a special assistant to the president, but she's also a proud Morgan graduate. She actually was the first female faculty in chemistry at Morgan. Bernard Winder, who was assistant vice president for student services at Frostburg, African American who's from Baltimore, but ensuring that African American students succeed at Frostburg. Jamal Monday Bay, our friend, in terms of at Sojourner Douglas, Director of Community Outreach, and now spearheading this effort of Change for Real coalition, focusing on real kind of grassroots involvement to promote community revitalization for Old Town area. We all know Dr. Leslie King Hammond, who actually was indispensable to us, ABC, last year for our gala, and lifting her up in as chair of the Reginald Lewis Museum, but all that she does at the Maryland Institute College of the Art. Dr. Lanil Henderson is another honoree this year in terms of from University of Baltimore. And Dr. Henderson and all of the things that he's done in giving back to the community and all the books he's written and making a difference in higher education. Anita Thomas may not be known for many people, but she's University of Baltimore Associate Vice President for Government and Community Relations, making a difference in what she does and ensuring that University of Baltimore is linking itself and reaching back to schools in the area and making a difference for African American students. I'm particularly excited about a honoree this year that was the president's selection in terms of Tenyo Pearl, who is the campus director for American Humanities Program at Coppin State.
Go Eagles.
I know, Donnie.
So this year's gala is going to be at the Hyatt Regency?
It's going to be at the Hyatt Regency, but I left out the Lifetime Achievement Award we're doing.
Who's that?
For the first time this year, giving someone their flowers while they're still with us.
Amen.
Who else? Dr. Earl Richardson.
Okay.
We wanted to lift him up. I don't know that people recognize that Dr. Richardson, in fact, as he retires from Morgan this year, will be retiring after 25 years, which coincides with Associated Black Charities' 25 years anniversary.
How apropos.
So we wanted to honor and acknowledge him at this Lifetime Award.
All I know is with Dr. Richardson, when it came time for the Maryland General Assembly, you know, get off the highway, because when you see his limo coming down, he's moving at about 80, 85 miles an hour. He's not playing. He's getting to Annapolis, and he's there for a purpose. So the particulars, it's Saturday, June the 12th?
Saturday, June the 12th. We're actually having slightly different this year in terms of at 6 o'clock, 6:30, we're having cocktail hour, and then we're having a seated dinner this year at 7 to honor honorees, and then 9 o'clock, a dessert buffet and dancing. We wanted to give particularly some of the generation that not necessarily want to sit and go through the program, opportunity to come and network with us at 9 o'clock for the dessert and dancing. And so that ticket is $75. And so a number of people who are not yet fully established, and that may be a stretch even for a fundraiser. But for the regular program from the 6:30 until the evening ends, it's $150 for both the dinner, the dessert buffet, the dancing, and valet parking is included with all the tickets.
And then for anyone in business, this is certainly a who's event. I mean, everybody shows up for your event.
Well, we try to make sure that everybody shows up. Not always.
Everybody shows up.
We try to encourage and network in terms of, because we think it's also, our board often talks about, this is a networking opportunity. This is an opportunity for us to come together as a community, and even others that will be there who are non-African American, come together and network within our community. Because this is where we should not only be having fun to celebrate, but we should be making sure that we're connecting to one another and figuring out how we can help each other. If nothing else, that should be a part of every person's agenda there in terms of reaching out to somebody, because they've got some information, they've got an opportunity, they've got access they can provide for somebody else they're having a conversation with. That's what this also should be about as people come to celebrate.
What is Associated Black Charities all about for those who are uninitiated?
All about closing the health and wealth gap by focusing on advocacy, public policy, and grant making. Closing the health and wealth gap, lifting up and leveraging what dollars we have and relationships, and building coalitions to focus on these two core agendas. We know that we can't do this by ourselves. We're not ludicrous enough to believe that, but we believe that we can galvanize a large part of the collective community, black and white, to understand that as this city, as this country, moves to being brown as this city and this country in terms of the future. If we're not investing back in people of color and African Americans, then we're not investing in our future.
One final question, I'll pass the ball to Coach, and then we'll get on out to Northwest Baltimore County. Have you met with this president yet, Barack Obama?
I have not had that opportunity yet. Met with a number of the people surrounding him, but have not had that direct opportunity.
Okay, Coach?
I echo everything